Next up, we have RBB by ΔXIUS LIIK, featured in Geometry Dash is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, at 10,000 subscribers, if we hit that before Christmas, I will play a video game of the choice of the community. Artists, let's collaborate. There's a gaming channel, what to do if you're not on the live stream and you want to request songs. Members get early access. I have a whole spiel for these and a bunch of other things at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, let's do this. This song by ΔXIUS LIIK. Let's go. Okay, we start with some ambient sounds. Very atonal. We have a little semblance of rhythm there. So yeah, we're starting with some very cool atonal start. Basically, there's no precise tonal center. This is entirely mainly for texture. We have some whispers going on. We have these alarm sounds or these siren sounds in the different areas. Let's see where this goes. Oh, we're starting to get a semblance of something. How do you recognize this? Literally almost no music has been played because probably the textures here you've heard before. Let's see where this goes. So we're slowly introducing the music. So there you go. This is how you do atonal music right. If it's just for listening, right? You start with the chaos of atonal music and you slowly introduce the tonal music. So in this case, we are introducing our bass while we are having all the other sounds like the ambience going on. Let's see where this goes. We have also a vocal track background. There we go. So yeah, now we bring in the drums, we have the bass going on, and now we have our vocalist singing our song now. I think this is a song now. It could be a song, it could still be an instrumental track. So the difference, of course, between a song versus an instrumental slash piece slash track is that songs have vocals, have lyrics, and the lyrics and vocals are the driving force of the music, whereas instrumentals or pieces or tracks are not. The melodies are the main focus. In this case, we have started with our vocalist. Vocalist, of course, singing a melody which contains our motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. Let's see where it goes. I really like how obfuscated it sounds. Very. So yes, we are having some variations in the drums. So we are continuing. I do think the vocals are not driving the music here. The vocals are acting kind of like a background, kind of like an accompaniment, which is something very rare when it comes to vocals. Usually you want your vocals to be right there, up in center, but in this case, it's a good chunk of this is kind of obfuscated. Like it's behind some sort of fog, which is really cool sound design from the end of ΔXIUS LIIK. And we are also getting another synth now giving us some arpeggios. Arpeggio, of course, arpeggio in music is when you play a chord one note at a time. So let's say, for example, we have the chord of A minor over here. This is the block chord, and here it is arpeggiated. So yeah, we have this going on. We have this very, very slow, and the drums are varying a lot almost in a lo-fi way, but they're very strong in terms of the tone that they have. Let's see where this goes. I really like the bass. Okay, we got to replace the arpeggios with a melody. Or I think it was a melody all the time. It's a little bit difficult to tell the difference. Like, there's the bass, which is taking a good chunk of the spectrum of the sound. There's the vocals, which is taking a good chunk of the spectrum of the sound. And then behind it, we have another synth that is giving a, like, everything is so obfuscated in a good way, though. Like, this should not work. Like, this should fall off as noise. And this should be discarded as that, theoretically speaking. But ΔXIUS LIIK is finding a very good balance here between that white noise and the actual music. It's a very, very... Let's see where this goes. The drums are speeding up, too. We have the bass mainly carrying this. We have a synth giving us some melodies. Yeah, we have a synth giving us a melody higher up, developing the motif. We have now the melody going a little bit higher in the register. It's really difficult to tell the different instruments. It's almost like a dream where everything is kind of foggy. This is a very interesting sound that we're getting out of this. It's very, very interesting. Like, this is something I would expect to see in, like, Death Stranding or Forever Winter or something like that, right? It's a very, very dramatic, this is the kind of thing you would put at the credits of a post-apocalyptic game. It's really good. Let's see where it goes. Really, the instruments, they sound like altered samples. Yeah, like this has a bunch of effects and equalizing just cranked up to 11. We're having a bunch of filters, basically, on the different samples. And they are put through all of these filters, which adds this, like, fogginess to the sound. Let's see where it goes. There we go. The melody is finally getting a little bit higher up. It's freeing itself. We bring back the vocals. The bass is so powerful. We're spacing out the bass a little bit more throughout the different parts. Oh man, and yes, you can hear how the bass is moving up and down, making its own melodies, while now the vocals, and something else that the vocals has, I think I know what this has. This has a lot of reverb. I think that's what's happening here. So when it comes to digital music, especially in this kind of stuff, and yes, Minnie, welcome today, how you doing? When it comes to music, especially in the digital synthesizer era, it is very difficult to get echo naturally. For example, in my case, if you've seen any of the kitchen streams that we've done, it's been a while, I'm in the process of getting a new oven, right? So if we're in the kitchen, the room is bigger, we don't have the sound foam, there's not as much, so you can hear the echo being captured by the microphone. When you're making electronic music, you don't have access to that microphone, to that kind of echo. So for that, you need to emulate the echo, and we have two main ways of doing it. One is delay, and the other one is reverb. So, delay is what we usually know as echo. Imagine yourself sitting atop of the mountain and you just yell, echo, 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 that kind of thing. Whereas reverb is smaller scale reverb, is smaller scale echo. So if I were to, I actually have my keyboard here, right? So if I were to turn on the reverb over here, so here's my piano. So I have the piano here, and if I were to turn on the reverb, let me give it a bit more distance so it sounds a bit more obvious. Now we are emulating that echo by making it happen very, very fast and fading very, very fast. Of course, this doesn't mean that we are suddenly playing samples that were recorded in an auditorium or something like that. We just turned on the reverb. And what I think has happened over here is that we've taken these samples and we've maxed out the reverb on the sample. We rendered that sample. Rendering is when when you put the final product out, and then put them through a couple of other rounds of reverb. So I think these are going through several layers of reverb, maybe a little bit of delay as well. And it's giving us this very mystical sound. Because if I were to grab my piano over here and just max out everything... let me actually turn it on. If I were to max it... we start getting a little bit more of that. And of course, I don't have a proper reverb in this. In this, because the contact player is just the samples themselves, but there are a bunch of plugins that you can use in these digital softwares that would allow you to just stack reverb on top of reverb, and I think that's what's happened over here. So yeah, very much intentional. This is something that you do very deliberately, and it's getting this really cool atmospheric, distant, like really cool sound. Let's see where it goes. Let's see how it is. So yeah, we slowed down the drums. Nice. Now we bring everything together that we've done the entire time. There we go. That bass doing its thing, the melody going out, the vocals going all out. This is the climax. Climax usually is going to be within the last 1 to 2 minutes of your piece or your track or your song, and you want it to be the height of your music, as satisfying as it gets, as epic as it gets, grandiose, all that kind of stuff. And that is precisely what we're getting over here. Let's see where it goes. Oh yeah. Oh, that bass. That bass, and the bass is also doing something that's called a slide. A slide is usually when you smoothen the distance between notes, right? So let's say we have this. If you were to slide it, right now we're playing frequency number 1, then frequency number 2, back to frequency number 1. But if you slide these notes, then you would play all the notes that are, all the frequencies, all the sounds that are in between these two. And the bass is doing something like that, but with greater distances. So instead of doing this, we're doing this kind of thing in the bass, and it's just letting that instead of going here to here to here, we're allowing it to go all the way, and we're smoothing it in as much as possible, giving this very satisfying sound to the bass. It's really good. Let's see where it goes. And the drums, of course, are going absolutely mad. There we go. We have those higher synths going higher and higher, getting us that climactic melody. How are you going to end this? Yep, there it goes. We got rid of the vocals. Now we have just the synths. How are we going to end this? We're creating cadence, and we remove everything. We bring back the background white noise that we had, echoing out still a little bit of that vocal. We let it echo out. This is not a fade out. This is not a fade out. We had one last hit, and we let everything echo away. We let that reverb resolve itself, but the piece ended. The difference between a fade out, this is not even a fade away, because we just letting the reverb resolve itself. This is how it would sound if it was a fade out. Wait, a little bit further behind. This is a fade out. You know it's a fade out if the track sounds incomplete by the time it ends. In this case, it very much feels completed. And we go there, we resolve, very cinematic in that sense. I can see this being used for like the credit scenes of a sci-fi, like it's in a Dead Space kind of sci-fi, right? At the very end, as the camera the camera pans away from the one guy left in the spaceship, and it's a derelict spaceship, and it's just the one survivor who has no hope left kind of thing. So yeah, and there was one last bit of the vocals echoing what it had already happened, but that resolved as well. It played out, it echoed out, and it ended. And there you go. My, that was really good. There you go. That was RBB. I can't read Cyrillic. So RBB by ΔXIUS LIIK, featured in Geometry Dash, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this has been the Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So they just removed the instrument? Yeah, they resolved it. They finished the song. Like, the song is finished. So yeah, Anyway, so yes, if you're watching this in the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, at the time of recording, we recently passed 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so very much for that. If we somehow hit 10,000 before Christmas, I will, on top of doing the fanfiction audiobook thing, I will also play a video game of the choice of the community live on stream, whatever y'all want, as long as it's within terms of service, of course. And we might also do giveaways, as we often do. So yes, this has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these far and wide with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates with it, so link down below. Go coordinate with them. Yes, artists, ΔXIUS LIIK, or anybody out there. This is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it's my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's make it work. And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that could benefit from any of my musical skills, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment. It has the instructions on what to do. If you are on the live stream, you can go ahead and start requesting. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. Both are linked down below. So if you live in the Cook Islands and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch. Both are linked down below, and it's going to show the stream in your local time zone. Yeah, just there. That link down below. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream as an after show, and then the recordings go there. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this thing again. So there you go. This song, ΔXIUS LIIK, Geometry Dash. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.